If you're not willing to collide with chaos, you're missing out on such massive opportunities for yourself and for your business. Because chaos is around us all the time, way more now than it's ever been before. The chaos of our days is insane. Like, can you imagine somebody doing business 20 years ago and what they would see today if we put them in a time machine, flipped a DeLorean to 88 miles an hour, they made the fire tracks and the shit they were in the future. They'd sit there and they'd go, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Like all this stuff, think about it. Our phones, our devices, I'm looking for my phone on my desk. Our phones, our devices, those weren't big 20 years ago. You didn't have that shit in your pocket all the time. The chaos of our days is insane. The chaos of the modern marketplace is absolutely insane. Everybody's competing for attention. You're competing for attention. I'm competing for attention. Everybody who's got any service, product, or experience to sell is all competing for attention. Now, we're all trying to compete for each other's attention too, because I buy shit from you, you buy shit from me, and we all buy shit from somebody else, and it's just the chaos of the modern marketplace. Now, most entrepreneurs, they're afraid to collide with the chaos. They're afraid to meet it and figure out what to do with it because they don't know, it's overwhelming. And I understand that. It is. There is a lot of shit that comes at you every single day. And it can be overwhelming and it can stop you in the spot where you're paralyzed. And you're sitting there going I don't even know what to do. Because so much is coming in right now, I'm just gonna pick up my phone and I'm gonna start scrolling Instagram and double tapping pictures of Lamborghinis. That's what I do, right? It's on my desk, pick that shit up. It's chaos. You have to be willing to collide with the chaos. Most people want to turn away and shield themselves and go wait a second, chaos, wait outside the door. Wait outside the door. Because I can't really deal with you right now. Those are the people that are going to get just crushed. Because you think the chaos is big right now. We're just on the front end of this wave. The chaos and the pace of everything that we're dealing with goes faster and faster and faster. When you think about the things that you try to do inside your business, how many days do you work 12 hours and then go home and feel like you're I have no idea what I got done today? Or even worse, I know what I should have got done, but I ended up in this spot where I was dealing with all this urgent shit. All these clients were calling me, I got emails, I got staff popping into my office because my door is open. I got all this stuff. I went home and I didn't get anything done that actually mattered, that actually moved the money needle. This is the chaos that we face. It's the number one reason why 80% of businesses fail within their first 10 years. And a full 98% of businesses over their lifetime never reach their potential for growth and earnings. Now, as an entrepreneur, I've felt this feeling where it's I'm afraid that I'll never reach my potential. Now, I don't know if you felt like that too, but I'll have you consider that it's ultimately your willingness to collide with the chaos that helps you reach your potential. You've got to wrestle that shit like an alligator and get it to submit. Question is, how do you get it to submit? Because it's very evident that this is all around us. And it does its best to derail us. It does its best to derail you. Ultimately, for me, what it was a system. I needed a system. I couldn't rely on my own self-discipline to get it, even though that's high. I couldn't really rely on knowing more. I didn't need to know anything different. What I needed was more doing. More doing of the stuff that I already know that I needed to do. Right? It's not a question of knowing more. It's a question of doing what you already know. And I needed a system that would support me because ultimately, picture it I needed bumpers. When you go bowling, and you've got kids and they get the bumpers that come out so you can never throw a gutter ball. It's you need these guardrails up because ultimately you're pinging back and forth all day between email, phone call, staff, urgency, all this stuff, right? Pinging back and forth all day. But if you get yourself these guide rails, ultimately, what does it do? It funnels you down towards what you ultimately want. So for bowling, knock the pins down. If we're in business, it's about what our goals are. And so I created this system. I'll actually link up below this video, that'll show you how I use this system and exactly what it does, the methodology, the frameworks, what you need in order to actually implement this thing in your own business. And once you wrestle the chaos, wrestle the alligator, and put the bumpers up on your pool or on your bowling lane, you wind up having only one result that's possible for you, which is getting what you want, achieving the goal, which in a chaotic marketplace, what more can you really ask for?